Good morning. Welcome to the WEX Wake Up. I'm Christy Matino. In today's top story, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis's Stop Woke Act has been blocked in Florida schools by a federal appeals court judge. The law would have restricted the incorporation of critical race theory in public schools, leaving in place a lower court's injunction against the law. The three-judge panel declined to lift a lower court order that prevented Florida's universities from implementing the Stop Woke Act, which aims to restrict how public education instructors can discuss certain concepts related to race. The law, first proposed by DeSantis, was passed during Florida's 2022 legislative session.
You think about what MLK stood for. He said he didn't want people judged on the color of their skin, but on the content of their character. You listen to some of these people nowadays, they don't talk about that.
And as the pandemic comes to a close, so does COVID-19 relief money. And hospitals say they're in tough shape. Across the U.S., hospitals are facing financial downfalls as billions in COVID-19 relief runs out, saying the growing healthcare workforce shortage is posing a threat to their bottom line. Despite receiving $175 billion in federal subsidies to stay afloat during the pandemic, hospitals now reporting their worst financial year since the beginning of the pandemic. The U.S. is estimated to see a shortfall of up to 124,000 physicians by 2034, and that's according to data from the Association of American Medical Colleges. And Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene got a lot of backlash for her comment on a national divorce. But now a new poll shows 1 in 5 Americans would actually support it. Roughly 66 million people, that's 20% of the United States, believes a national divorce would be a good idea for the country. Now that latest poll is from Axios. It shows that more Republicans favor this idea over Democrats or independents. Greene raised this idea back in February, saying she didn't want to start a civil war, but that there should be a divorce between red and blue states, in turn shrinking the federal government's reach. Now, many liberals, including MSNBC host Joy-Ann Reid, said this was a bad idea.
Not the risk of taking Marge seriously, which is always a potential intellectual hazard. Let's just play this out for just a hot minute, shall we? First of all, the last time Southerners like Marge proposed a national divorce, it was because they were holding 4 million African Americans hostage as slaves, and they didn't want to let them go.
And California making headlines again, but this time it's for potentially banning some of America's favorite candies. You heard that right. The state could soon ban sweets like Pez, Skittles, Sour Patch Kids, and even Campbell's soup. Why? All because of their additives, which are linked to cancer and organ damage. This legislation targets 5 additives, 3 of which have been banned by the European Union. The bill would also block companies from manufacturing food with the additives in California, regardless of whether or not the food would be sold in the state. Other foods that may be affected by this ban include jelly beans, Trident gum, and certain bread products. And that's the news on the WEX Wake Up. Be sure to follow us online and on social media so you stay in the know of all the headlines trending in politics.